Alright, now that I have to drag myself away from Harvest Moon to do this, I'm really tired, so if I start slurring my speech and saying really weird things, I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired. I worked today. Okay, yeah, now I'm rambling. Anyways, last time, Mike was had just met Lorence, and Lorence was trying to get him to go back to the castle with him, and Mike's like, oh, that's okay, I'll be fine. And then he starts getting a little dizzy and kind of falls over. So I think that's where we are. Yeah, dizziness and violent feeling of fatigue. He falls to his knees, and apparently it must be the fatigue from walking all night and the strain of fighting. And it was starting to do stuff. I was just like, hey, wait a minute, are you okay? Despite what you said, it seems we'll be going together anyhow. So apparently you're going to have to come with us, because you look very tired, just like me. And the other knights quickly ran and picked up Mike. He was going to get carried away. Mike's like, oh, crap. Lorence is like, your bluff doesn't stick. This wound appears to be serious. So they put him on the horseback, and Mike's kind of nervous, and he's trying to get off. He's like, I'm okay, I don't need help, I'll be fine. And then his stomach rumbles rather loudly. Lorence is like, what was that? Did your stomach cause you to collapse? I was like, So Mike's dragged away with these people to the palace. So now we're in the palace. They gave Mike a special wound. See, I'm tired. I'm reading things wrong. Mike was led into a special room, and then his wound was treated, and he received a meal. And the man who appeared to be the cook said, I'm sorry, it isn't much. But Mike thought the food was rather exquisite compared to the stuff he got at the training school. And he's thinking about Adonis and the meals they shared, and yada yada. And it starts to make him a little sad, so he quickly starts eating to try and forget about it. And once he finishes, Lorence comes back. Says, you seem to finally settle down. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. And Lorence is like, well, are you ready to come and receive your award? The king wanted to grant you his thanks. Oh, lucky Mike. Yay, you get to see the king. The king? What are you surprised about? He saved the heir to the throne. As it were, wouldn't you be a hero of this country? Well, not really. It's kind of Warren's fault. And he got himself into that mess. But whatever, for the sake of the story, we'll go along with it. Naturally, the king wants to speak to him personally. It's like a hero. He's probably thinking the same thing we are. Yeah, real heroic. He was more bewildered than proud. He thought what he did was only natural in itself in the first place, and now he was chased after. Did he have the qualifications to receive these honors? So, he goes into the throne room and steps up to the king. Hey, look, it's the king. Now, the weird thing is, you can actually have a relationship with the king, and I accidentally came across those scenes, and that was kind of disturbing. It's a little old. Anyways, the country of Algrin's king, Sergei Claudius. He's also a warrior with a long record of service as the former king's second son, and he went into many battles personally as a royal family member. He was known for always ruling decisively after taking the throne after having lost his sickly older brother. And he was a hero. Hooray. Though he had a rusty taste increasing him as he was caught in the discerning eyes of the king, His want to retreat from the battlefield was growing, and the king's dignified manner was unchanged. What? That doesn't make any sense. Well, whatever. He was unaffected and sincere under the bright lights, and had a spirit with fortitude and vigor that made him popular among many people. Might was also one of those people. It's fine to make yourself comfortable, he says. Don't be stiff just because you're in front of me. Yeah, don't most royal people say that? From the tension, Might had begun to feel dizzy, and the king smiles at him. Might's like, oh, sorry. Lorence told me the whole story. He said that you rescued Warren from his predicament. I'd like to express my gratitude. Mites are like, those are words that will stay with me. And though it was visible he wasn't accustomed to such words, he managed to reply. The king narrowed his eyes and smiled at the boy's innocent appearance. And mainly, he told me that you're searching for someone. Oops, who let that leak out? It's like, yeah, actually, my, close friend. That'd be him. In Lorence's story, I hear that was an apparition. Is it different than the apparitions that haunt the mountains in the remote regions? He's like, well, yeah, kind of, I guess. The person was like a huge shadow. King's like, huge shadow. Is there a new variety of apparitions? He put a hand to his chin, pondering. His pupils seemed to be lost in thought, and the sharpness of a warrior with long military service revived. As a matter of fact, from last night to this morning, many people in the streets and the village have made countless reports related to apparitions. Moreover, it was on land that never had merry apparitions before. And Lorence, who was standing next to the king, puts in, although it was carried out reconnaissance in the village where the damage was reported, the apparitions in the forest are definitely increasing. As for accidents that aren't so simple having happened, you aren't mistaken. Since distinguished citizens fought over the land, the ground had become scorched and apparitions appeared frequently. From the beginning, although there were many places with the kinds of fairies, oh boy, seeing the fairies again, apparitions haunted all places and were considered a truly different existence from them. The official opinion of the magicians of the court, the source of dangers from hell in the world, was the devil Hardius's appearance. The wave of motion among the evil spirits that have oozed out in the world are tied to the darkness in people's hearts, and then the apparitions appear. Oh, what is that like? That's kind of like Kingdom Hearts, I guess, where it's like darkness comes and you, yeah, get the point. You know what I'm talking about. Unless you don't know what Kingdom Hearts is, then never mind. The wounds from the Great War weren't yet healed, but human hearts get confused and invite demons to run rampant. It was also the cause of the apparitions appearing so close to the village. But with the knights suppressing them after King Claudius's reign began, the domestic situations were calming down these days. Oops, I just skipped something said. Okay, yeah, hopefully it wasn't too important. He contemplated for a short while, and then his expression softened. Well, Might, as I was saying, Might's like, yeah. It is as you hear on the streets. We must investigate the cause of the sudden explosion of apparitions. So then, if it is fine with you, how about considering both Lorence and you conduct the investigation? It's like, huh? Lorence and me? It's like, yes. This time we need many helpers, even volunteers. With your ability, Lorence is assured. Moreover, you can be useful to my goal, perhaps distantly. Since you say your friend has been carried off, we must seize this chance to go off this clue. If we could use this clue, it would be to my liking. King's proposal was a long-time wish for Knight. He was searching for Adonis, but he wasn't completely grounded. Moreover, if he worked together with the knights, he wouldn't have to worry about his pursuer from the training school discovering him. And so Knight decides that, yeah, he'll go along with this plan and joins up with Lorence. Says, don't be so energetic. You helped warn my son, so this is only natural. Lorence, I entrust you with this person. This is like, yes, with all his majesty's heart. Pray. He says, and then the king dismisses them. So they leave. Alright, we're going to stop here because my thing's running out. So we'll continue